Big thank you to BillyEllis Roofing for sponsoring, and it is time for Down Home in DFW, where top realtors Nancy Piper and Marion DeYounger introduce us to those who they say are the absolute best in the business. And today it's all about how to choose a roofer. Hello, good morning everybody, good to see you.
Good morning.
Okay, Marion, let's start with you. We've all been in those situations where there's a huge weather event. You know, there's catastrophic destruction. People are kind of trying to figure out where to go, and it doesn't always go right.
Well, it's back to the same premise that we've discussed with builders, that they're good ones and they're bad ones. And in the roofing business, we have a mass of people that come and go. So it's real important to know who you're dealing with. And we have the good guys and the bad guys, which is our premise for locating our contractors and the people we work with. And so you want to make sure you get one of the good guys, because there's a big difference between those that are just okay and those who are good and the excellent. So even though some in the middle are still better than the other ones, better can still be terrible. So you want to make sure you get the best, and we think we have found them here.
Yes, Nancy, you say BillyEllis Roofing is the absolute best. How did you become acquainted with them? How have you worked with them?
I first met them when they were on my roof. At my own house, and so I got to see firsthand the quality and how they take care of every detail, even to the point of cleanup. You know, when they're done putting the roof on, there's nails everywhere, there's stuff, debris, and they just did an excellent job of cleaning all that up. And so from that, I then began to use them with my clients, because I felt like I had had such a great experience. I had the relationship with them, I could trust them. You know, selling a property, if anyone has a roof that's 10 years or older, I insist that we have it inspected first before we ever go on the market. They will meet those people on the job and talk through, what needs to happen and what they've found, and are very successful in helping us get what we need for our clients.
Well, let's bring in April and Todd Ellis. My gosh, such good praise for you. It sounds like you've really, built some trust within the community. And April, I'll start with you. What's the biggest mistake that people make when they're going through this roofing process?
What we've seen is that people don't really do their research. They might just go with the first person that knocks on their door, and it's beneficial these days, especially with having the internet and your neighbors and people that you can talk to. You can actually call your insurance agent and ask for references, or if you have called a roofing company, ask them for references before you sign a contract and start any type of work.
Ask for the references. Okay, Todd, what's the process like? Many people have never been through this, so what does it look like?
So basically, they just need to give us a call and have us come do an inspection, like Nancy was saying, and we'll get up on the roof and inspect it. And if we see hail damage, and if it's enough to merit calling the insurance company, we'll advise them to call their insurance company. And then, like she said, we'll meet the adjuster out there and show them what we found, and then they'll basically go back to the office and do their report and write up the numbers, and then they'll send it back to the homeowner. And then we'll look the numbers over and make sure they got everything accounted for, and then we'll just take it from there.
And April, what can happen if people are not following these processes? What are some of those, worst case scenarios?
If you get with somebody that comes in and says, hey, we're going to replace your roof, we need to get your money now, that's not a good situation. Nobody should ask for money up front, especially before they start a job or before you have a contract in place. And just make sure you always feel comfortable with who you're working with. Ask the questions, and make sure that you are comfortable.
Thank you all. I always learn a lot during these segments. Really appreciate the time today. So let me give everybody the information. It's BillyEllis Roofing, which is BillyEllisRoofing.com, and you can find everyone who Marion and Nancy recommend at their website, downhomeindfw.com.